Hello, 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 1 2 3, 1 2 3. Hello, 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 1 2 3, 1 2 3. Hello, 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 1 2 3, 1 2 3. हेलो 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 1 2 3, 1 2 3. अबे यार इसका क्या करूँ मैं? हेलो हेलो. बस बहुत हो गया. पहले बताता है कि प्रीव्यू होगा, मतलब कि सी व्हेन यू आर स्ट्रीमिंग फ्रॉम सॉफ्टवेयर जैसे कि OBS, मतलब पहले मैं देर आर 2 ways. वन इज़ टू इफ़ योर अकाउंट इज़ लिंक टू यूट्यूब, उसमें मेरे को एरर आ रहा था API का. उसके बाद मैंने किया कि स्ट्रीम की से करो, मतलब कि स्ट्रीम की लो, उसमें सॉफ्टवेयर में डालो. फिर कल मैंने लाइव बटन दबाया, तब प्रीव्यू आ रहा था, तब लाइव नहीं हो रहा था फ्रॉम माई दिस सॉफ्टवेयर. और आज जब मैंने किया सेम चीज़ तो डायरेक्टली लाइव हो गया. मतलब कुछ शर्म आया है कि नहीं? बट वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम. हर्ष, वेलकम योर सेल्फ. हियर यू गो. इस बार कॉपीराइट फ्री, मतलब क्लेम बिना वाले गाने बज रहे हैं. कुछ कुछ दिन चीट डेज की तरह आता है जहाँ पे सब कुछ बजेगा. टिल देन लेट मी फिगर आउट क्या करना है हमें आज. रिफ्रेश VS कोड. नो, इंटैक्ट है VS कोड तो. सो देर इज दिस बिल्ड योर एक्स थिंग जहाँ पे पाइथन का यूज़ करके देर इज ऑलरेडी लाइक मेरे चेन ऑफ थॉट्स में ना म्यूज़िक चलने लग जाता है. गेट डिस्ट्रैक्टेड. हाँ, सो देर इज़ लाइक लेट मी शो यू. जैसे कि यहाँ पे प्रोजेक्ट है सारे के सारे. मैंने ये कहीं से तो देखा था कि देर इज़ रिपोजिटरी दिस इन गिटहब जहाँ पे सारे प्रोजेक्ट है. वहाँ पे इंस्ट्रक्शंस भी लिखे हुए हैं. सो यू हैव टू जस्ट मेक इट लाइक दिस इज़ यूजिंग C#. इसे क्या बोलते हैं वैसे? C#, तो वो फ्लूट का जो फ्लूट टाइप है वो है. ओके, यू कॉल इट C# ओनली. ओके. फ्लूट और कोडिंग में कोई डिफरेंस नहीं है. देयर इज़ पाइथन का प्रोजेक्ट यहाँ पे है, यहाँ पे भी है. पाइथन डेवलपिंग गेम्स विद पाई गेम लाइब्रेरी है. गेम तो नहीं बना रहा मैं अभी. राइट योर सेल्फ अ गेट नॉट इंटरेस्टेड, और मुझे पता भी नहीं है वो क्या है. न्यूरल नेटवर्क इन 11 लाइन्स ऑफ पाइथन, that looks gimmicky. Building a vector space indexing engine in Python. Building a Python based engine, search engine. Okay. Build your own X. वो कहाँ पे देख लिया? Let's build a web server. मेरे को चैट यहाँ पे डालनी चाहिए. तो पता है when you like headphones से तो जब करते हो ना, this is like noise cancelling headphones, तो मेरे को मेरी साउंड भी प्रॉपर नहीं आती, तो पता नहीं चलता कि मैं ठीक से बोल रहा हूँ कि नहीं. अबे क्या है? I'm pulling up chat. Wait a second. This GitHub repo is goated. Have you tried it? बता अगर कौन सी मतलब अच्छी है, वो जो मतलब फन हो, like I get to do the creative stuff. वैसे कोई भी कर लेता हूँ मैं, तो वैसे कोई भी कर लेता हूँ. What is it? 3D renderer? No. BitTorrent blockchain में भी मेरे को इंटरेस्ट नहीं है. Build your own bot. You can do this, and there is how to build a Slack bot with Python using Slack events API and Django under 20 minutes. ये अर्थ है. तो अच्छा ट्राई बता कौन सी मतलब बनाया था तूने. हम कर रहे मतलब चेस बॉट भी बनाना है हमें. Once I get the experience. To build a Slack bot with Python using Slack events. मेरे को Slack bot नहीं पता, Slack events नहीं पता, API पता है, Django पता है. फिर what is Slack, bro? Okay, what is Slack? Something lacks in me that I don't know what is Slack. There is something like build your own. मैंने वो बनाया था, अच्छा गो में बनाया था तूने. Build your own Reddit या फिर Redis क्या है? Basically a workspace chat app. Think WhatsApp or Discord, but built for teams and projects. Collaboration platform where people communicate, share files and organize work in one place. Kind of interesting. तो ये बनाता हूँ. Redis ये क्या है? Are we dissing Reddit? मेरे को आई थिंक AC तो स्टार्ट करना ही पड़ेगा, वरना मेरा लैपटॉप हीट करना स्टार्ट कर जाएगा. वेट अ सेकेंड. ऑडियो इज फाइन. थॉरफिन. डेटाबेस है इन मेमोरी. Often measured as Redis is. देख भाई तूने गलत स्पेलिंग टाइप की थी. इज अ सुपर फास्ट इन मेमोरी डेटा स्टोर. मैं ये तो भूल ही रहा हूँ कि मेरे को तो अभी ये सब थ्योरी भी जाननी है कि हाउ बैक एंड वर्क्स. इसके पीछे बहुत सारी थ्योरी भी होगी अभी कंप्यूटर साइंस में जो तुम लोग पढ़ते हो. Cache, database, message broker, and real-time data engine. So it's basically a dynamic data storage. And okay, so it can have different uses. RAM for your app's brain. Exactly, it works like RAM. It's dynamic. मैं डिस्ट्रैक्ट बहुत हो जाता हूँ यार. Slack is a great platform for team. अच्छा यहाँ पे था ही, मैं क्या चूतिया हूँ जो. Slack is a great platform for team collaboration. Not just that, it also has one of the best API interfaces to build chatbots. Come in all sizes, from reminding you to buy milk to help you send or receive money. So also has one of the best API interface to build chatbots. So on top of that, we can build chatbots. मैं अगर मैं कर सकूँ तो मैं वैसे इट इज़ नाउ यूजलेस, बट मैंने एक पॉइंट पे सोचा था कि आई वॉन्ट समवन टू रिमाइंड मी कि व्हेन कोहली इज़ बैटिंग, क्योंकि मैं क्रिकेट से डिस्कनेक्टेड होना चाहता था सिवाय कि जब कोहली बैटिंग नहीं कर रहा. बट नाउ इट इज़ यूजलेस क्योंकि उसकी मैच ही मतलब एक साल में 2-4 आती है तो पता ही होगा. मतलब आई विल walk you through building a minimal Slack bot with Python backend. The idea is to set up a Slack bot that will greet you back when greeted. Once we have it up and running, then we can extend the bot's ability just by coding additional logic. Okay. मिनट 1 तो हो गई, वैसे मिनट 1 निकल गई. मिनट 1 निकल गई और हमने कुछ नहीं किया. बिफोर वी स्टार्ट कोडिंग the bot, let us understand the Slack bot's life cycle. मर जाएगा क्या Slack bot? If you are new to Slack, it's a messaging platform focused on team colors. Slack lets you create custom applications, including bots. Sort of messaging platform as a service. Okay. You will run the application backend to process business logic in your own server. Okay, I got it. ओके, जैसे कि API वर्क करता है उसी तरह से करेंगे. टू स्टार्ट विथ यू नीड to be part of Slack team and have admin privilege to create a new Slack app. If you're not part of a Slack team, you may create one. We'll create a Slack app for the Slack team, then we will add a bot user to the app. We'll create a Django based REST backend web application to process the bot user request. Create a Django is one of the library of Python. Then okay, using that we'll create the what this system is calling REST backend web application to process the bot user request. Request is one of the this thing of API. Okay, so to process the bot user request, bot user is independent entity which will gather data from Slack app, and we are making a framework to do just that. Now since we will be running the backend in our local system, we'll use ngrok uh, to tunnel our local network and get a public URL. What is ngrok? All your traffic one gateway. uh, so भाई देखा उसमें कितना छोटा सा वो था. Often heard as ngrok is a tool that lets you expose your local computer server to the internet securely. The internet. Okay, got it. So it's basically a link, like a linkage to the internet. Public URL to localhost using ngrok. There is this ngrok tunnel, ngrok agent, your local service, ngrok edge. Clients connect it using like the ngrok interface. Okay, whatever. Like, well, running a website on your laptop, only you can see it. ngrok does magic and gives you something like okay, the URL. Anyone on the internet can access your local app. Fine. Create a Slack app for the Slack team, then we will add a bot user to the app. यहाँ पे तो कहाँ थे हम? The backend in our local system will use ngrok. Once the backend is ready, we can submit the endpoint URL to Slack for your verification by challenge. Submit the endpoint. Okay. Once everything is done on our part, then we can submit that URL. पाजी मेरे को भी नहीं पता पाजी. ऐसा मेरे को लगता है कि जो लोग ऐसे ऑफर करते हैं कंटेंट कि मेरे को ये देना है, मतलब उसका क्या फ़ायदा? Maybe then you're not enjoying, you're doing it as a job. Point URL to Slack for URL. Okay, when you submit an endpoint for the first time, Slack will send a challenge. So थोड़ा सोच, मतलब थोड़ा डिस्कनेक्ट हो जाता हूँ मैं फॉर अ सेकेंड. ओके, नाउ एंड पॉइंट अगर हमने सबमिट किया फर्स्ट टाइम, Slack will send a challenge post request with a secret token. To successfully complete the challenge, you need to return the request with the challenge secret. ऐसे we can skip this and come back to it later, but अब यहाँ पे आई गए 7th 8 पे कंप्लीट कर लेता. So complete the challenge, you need to return the request with the challenge secret. Return the request with the challenge secret. Just have to echo the received message. This is a one-time exercise for a given API endpoint. मेरे को ये कम समझ में आया, वाई, मतलब हम क्यों करते हैं ऐसा. complete the challenge. Post request with a secret token. Send a challenge. Slack will send a challenge. Post request with a secret token. Okay, whatever is coming वो हम उसे रिटर्न करेंगे. This is a one-time exercise for a given API endpoint. It's a practice, like maybe to check if the connection is like okay, uh, like the linkage between the API and is okay. Maybe it is to check that. Once verified we can subscribe. Okay, मेरे हिसाब से आपका चैनल डेड होने वाला है क्योंकि कंटेंट वाइटी ज़्यादा वक्त तक नहीं चलने देता और चैनल डेड कर देता है. अगर हो जाए तो हो जाए, अब क्या ही कर रहे हैं. वैसे भी डेड ही है, मतलब वैसे कौन सा मैं यूट्यूबर हूँ. ये दो दो जने दिख रहे हैं और तेरे को लग रहा है कि इट्स नॉट डेड राइट नाउ. Once verified, we can subscribe to events for which we want Slack to send a message to our backend. Okay, got it. So there are some events in Slack app inbuilt which we will like say to Slack that we want this, and then it will send a certain message that we want to our backend. And this is the best part, you don't have to pull Slack to get new events. Slack will do the heavy lifting, which makes this an excellent use case for AWS Lambda. You can find the long list of events here. Okay, like what it can do. I don't know what is AWS Lambda. मेरे को पता है AWS क्या है. Do the heavy lift. Okay, don't have to pull Slack to get new events. मतलब कि आई डोंट नीड टू मेक कि क्या करना है. वैसे व्हाट इज AWS Lambda? Where you run code without managing servers, lets you upload a function and AWS runs it only when needed. Serverless computer service where you run code without managing servers. So maybe servers are managed by the by AWS Lambda. Users देखना कब शुरू करा था, जब मैंने आपको बताया था मुझे गाली देने वाले लोग पसंद नहीं है. और आप कह रहे थे गाली देने वाले लोग अबे क्या 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 बात याद रखते हो तुम. भाई इट्स अ शॉक दैट मतलब तुमको गाली देने वाले लोग नहीं पसंद. तुम 11th में हो, मतलब स्कूल नहीं जाते हो क्या. जाता हूँ। लोल, you write one small function, upload it to and say run this code only when something happens. And AWS handles server scaling, maintenance crashes and traffic spikes. Thorfinn, tell me one thing, इसमें कुछ भी पेड तो नहीं करना पड़ेगा ना? लाइक क्या मुझे AWS का सब्सक्रिप्शन ये सब तो नहीं करना पड़ेगा? Okay, there's no involvement of AWS Lambda. After setting up Slack app and have the backend ready to process events, okay, we can write the bot logic to perform a specific task in response to an event. In this case, when a user greets, our bot will respond with a greet message. Yeah, that's the ideal case scenario. अगर यूज़र ग्रीट्स एंड बॉट रिस्पॉन्स विद अ ग्रीक मैसेज तो क्या ही बात होती। खुद की वेबसाइट है, उसने उसमें अपनी आर्ट्स डाली हुई है। अच्छा, देखेंगे आर्ट्स मतलब क्या? वो चित्रकला। मिनिमम 50 का VPS आता है, यानी सर्वर। VPS क्या है बे तू? मतलब ये कौन सी जार्गन वाली बातें चल रही है? $50। अच्छा, एक मूवी की तरह उसने अपनी आर्ट से दिखाया है। दैट्स वेरी क्रिएटिव। मिनट 2। भाई ये लॉजिक तो मेरे को समझ में नहीं आया। ये मिनट 1 और मिनट 2 की जैसे कह रहे, ऐसे तो मतलब एक बार कोड सारा बन गया, तब व्हेन यू प्रेस द लाइक प्रेस एंटर, प्रोसेसिंग में तो सेकंड्स भी नहीं लगते। तो ऐसे कैसे मिनट 1 मिनट 2? ऐसे तो मैं कह दूँ कि बिल्ड दिस इन फ्यू सेकंड्स, लेकिन वो बन थोड़ी जाएगा। रुको, बुलाता उसे, बुलाओ। भाई दिस गिव्स मी वाइब ऑफ वो तुमने सिलिकॉन वैली में शो में देखा है वो जेरेड और रिचर्ड हैंड्रिक्स का इंटरेक्शन। प्रो बॉय इज़ जेरेड, वो कह रहा है कि मैं अपने दोस्त से मिलाऊंगा, दोस्त से मिलाऊंगा, दोस्त से मिलाऊंगा, और फिर वो दोनों को ऑकवर्ड कर देता है। न्यू पीपल प्लीज़ डू सब्सक्राइब। Creating a Slack app here, create app, then proceed with app creation, give it a name and select the Slack team. वैसे दिस इज़ माई अदर अकाउंट, यहाँ पे नहीं बनाना चाहिए मुझे। नाउ आई हैव रियलाइज्ड नेक्स्ट टाइम, क्योंकि मेरा जीमेल का पासवर्ड नहीं पता मेरे को यहाँ पे, तो मतलब क्या ही हो जाएगा। साइन इन टू योर Slack अकाउंट टू क्रिएट एन एप्लीकेशन, ब्ला ब्ला ब्ला। फकिंग हेल, मेरे को उसी पे बनाना चाहिए था। ओके, हेलो कार्लोस 7352, वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम. टेल मी अबाउट योरसेल्फ. Like and वेट अ सेकेंड, मेरे को अकाउंट बनाना पड़ेगा. आई एम नॉट अ रोबोट. ये चैट साक्षी है उसकी. साक्षी का नाम मतलब लेते ही जुबान फिसल जाती है. टड़ा टड़ा टड़ा. सेटअप चेंज्ड. स्ट्रीमिंग सेटअप की बात करें मतलब पीछे की ना. हाँ, नेम योर स्लैक वर्क प्लेस चैट डॉट कुछ पे लिख सकते हैं ना. चैट डॉट मतलब लिख दो कुछ पे. चैट डॉट ग्रीट. इनवाइट योर टीममेट्स. कैसे इनवाइट करें. ओके, डन साइनिंग इन. हाउ बिग इज योर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. ओके, now what do I need to do? Sure, let me see. Start by creating a Slack app here. Click create app, then proceed with app creation. Give it a name and select the Slack team. Like this is the app. Do I need to create ऐसे? कहाँ पे है? This is Slack bot. I have no idea कि what is functionality of this thing, but देखते हैं. Be taken to app configuration. Build something amazing. Create an app. Like am I signed in this one? या यहाँ पे कुछ करना है मुझे. Create new message app. There is no app. यहाँ से देख लेते हैं. वैसे ये कर देता है. From scratch, from a manifest. यो कार्लोस व्हाट्सअप. क्या कार्लोस ही वो आदमी है जिसकी हम बात कर रहे थे. योर आर्ट गाय. सब्सक्राइब कर लो यार, अगर तुम 7 लोग जो देख रहे थे या फिर देख रहे हो, इफ़ यू आर न्यू टू दिस चैनल प्लीज़ डू सब्सक्राइब. Creating a Slack app. Here, create app, then proceed with app creation, give it a name, and select the Slack team by creating web application you created. Wait, create an app from scratch, app name, chat. Okay, now we are on that page. You'll be taken to app configuration where you need to do following to get our bot up and running. Create a bot user, install Slack app to your team, verify backend, subscribe to events. On the left pane, click on bot user, then choose a username for the bot and set always so my bot is online on. Since we are going to use events API only, the bot will not appear online otherwise. Click on add bot user to create our one by one. On the left pane, click on bot user, choose an app ID. कहाँ पे है? Save changes, your apps, basic info, chat डॉट greet में 2 है. Create a new app का ऑप्शन है. There is you'll be taken to app configuration when you need to following to get our bot up and running. Create a bot user, app ID, data federation, token and scope. Create a bot user, you install Slack app to your team and verify backend, subscribe to it. On the left hand, click on bot user, then choose a username. कहाँ पे है bot user? On the left pane, click create our hello bot. Click on add bot user, create a bot user, chat फीचर्स पे है. कोई बता सकता है कहाँ पे? क्रिएट अ न्यू ऐप तो कुछ और ही हो जाएगा. ओके, दिस इज नॉट इट. इंस्टॉल ऐप, one or feature or permission scope to install app. Okay, I've done nothing because hey, welcome to the stream. जो भी नए लोग आए, एक गिटहब रेपोजिटरी में से हम कुछ बना रहे हैं. Slackbot, if you know it, cause I don't. सब्सक्राइब करके जाना. App level tokens allow your app to use platform features that apply to multiple or all installations. For example, the API to list even each app can have a minimum of 10 app level tokens at one time. As add scope क्या आ रहा है हमें? Okay, this is not it. You will be taken to app configuration where you need to do following. Okay, create a bot user. On the left pane, click on bot user, then choose an username. Where is the bot? Bot user. App credentials, chat.create chat, create a new app. Socket mode, install app. Install app doesn't work. Socket mode क्या है? वैसे इसका स्ट्रीम का नाम वाइब कोडिंग है, तो लेट्स आस्क चैट जीपीटी. Let's ask ChatGPT. Oh, I'm on. भाई मीम्स ने क्या बना डाला है हमको. आई एम ऑन ड्रग्स मेरे दिमाग में आ रहा है, जबकि क्या मीम्स ने हमारी दुनिया ख़राब करके रखी है. आई एम ऑन कॉन्फ़िगरेशन पेज बट आई डोंट सी bot user option. Okay. आई थिंक अगर ये इसकी तो बात नहीं कर रही थी ना, स्लैक बॉट एप्स, यहाँ पे मैनेज एंड ब्राउज एप्स, इफ आई कैन. ये तो कुछ और ऐप से खुल गए. लेट्स गो टू होम एंड आई कैन नॉट create app here. Slack bot is here. Tools, create and find workflow and apps. ये वैसे देखते हैं. You're not doing anything wrong. Slack changed their UI. What the fuck? ये इतनी पुरानी है. So most older tutorials are outdated. In the new Slack app configuration, there is no separate bot user menu anymore. Bot users are created automatically when you add bot scopes. That's why you can't find it. What replaced bot user in Slack app is the created when you add scopes under bot token scopes. No manual add bot user. So we have टोकन तो है यहाँ पे, generate token and scopes. So when you add this scope under bot token scope, correct way to create a bot is to go to and permissions left sidebar. ये भी मेरे को लगता है ये UI भी चला गया नहीं, auth permissions, and then we have to create something. And add at least like write function so bot can send messages, read so that it get it gets what we are writing in response, so it can respond back. Now in history, read messages, basically this is the function of memory, like getting the grasp of what has been the conversation so far. Add more later if needed. Bot scopes, Slack auto creates the bot user. Guys, just need to add bot scopes, install app to workspace. And the top of the same page, click install to workspace and authorize the app after this bot exists and bot token exists. Where is the bot now? Go to app home. Okay, app home, left sidebar. Here you'll see your bot name, bot display option. Okay. Let's say this was the thing, right? Now, do I need to change anything here? Uh, uh, Advanced token security wire token notation recommended for developers building on. Oh, okay. Maybe that's advanced stuff. Bot scopes, add an scope and user tokens. Okay, read, write. So what happened? Why write is not there? Like this is assistant write. I don't know what it is. हमें चाहिए एक तो read. It's not. Wait a second. Chat read, chat write, and channels history. So maybe these are like different scope. And then scope where like literally it has a lot of options. We can add everything later, but as of now, chat write, chat read. Let's no chat write, customize, write public, file start. No. We also need user to write stuff, but कहाँ पे है chat read? Now this is a good thing कि यहाँ पे लिखा हुआ है कि what it does. Join public channels in a workspace. It's bit vague, but chat read है कि नहीं? Emoji को भी read कर सके. अबे कहाँ पे है chat read? Okay, we can add it later as well. For now, let's just create it. Chat. अरे यहाँ पे नहीं आ रहा chat. This is channels read. So view basic information about public channels in a workspace. Now what is public channels? Is channels read the same? it is still the same in purpose, but the context around it has changed a bit in modern Slack. Channels read actually doesn't like it allows your bot to see public channels in the workspace. Read channel metadata, not messages. Okay, not messages. Does not let the bot read messages. Important distinction. Send messages. See when bot is mentioned. App mention read. So this is like कि जो यूट्यूब में बॉट है लाइक उसका स्ट्रीम लैब और स्ट्रीम एलिमेंट का व्हेन यू write certain command or like certain thing, then it sees and in response it writes something back which is pre-decided, like it's similar feature. What needs to respond to message? You usually need channels history, chat, right, and app mentions read. What does app mentions read? Okay, tutorials confuse you. Okay, channels history कहाँ पे है? एक channels history एक app mention read. As of now this is enough. Like what it does, view messages that directly mention at the red chat and conversations that the app is in, and channel history views messages and other content in public channels that chat has been added to. So maybe it can like scan whatever has appeared. Chat write send messages as chat. Okay, let's not build logic right now. Okay, we're gonna progress. This is done. Bot token scopes or user token scopes. Scopes for any user token scopes that you access user data and act on behalf of users that authorize them. यूज़र टोकन स्कोप्स कौन से हैं? admin dot apps read, view apps and app request in a workspace, app write, manage apps in a workspace, uh, and in our original tutorial सब्सक्राइब कर लेना, सब्सक्राइब in my original this thing. Now install Slack app to team. Okay, and here once installed you will get bot user access token. We'll need it later while configuring Django app. This token is the passphrase for our app bot to interact with the Slack team. Refer to this token as Slack bot user token in rest of the tutorial. Slack bot user token. Okay, and अबे what the fuck. जूम ही नहीं काम कर रहा था. So this thing didn't specify what features we need. Okay, do I also add user scope token? Clear answer: no, you do not need user token scopes for what you're building, and adding them will only complicate things. Bot token versus user token in Slack. There are two types of tokens, of course. As the bot acts as a real human user used for reading private DMs, acting on behalf of a user. So maybe like you don't do it because user will act on its on behalf, and we have some other interaction that will take care of the user interaction and don't need to like hard code it. Plus permissions for your use case. You are using events, API, bot replies, mentions, channel messages. Bot taken is enough, user taken is unnecessary. When you ever read users private DMs, if your app must read users. Okay, what is it? Access private channels, the bot isn't in. Perform actions as a user. Calendar assistant acting as you. Admin automation tools or guide analytics app. If you're unsure, you don't need it. Okay, is it like a calendar assistant acting as you? So chatbot is not there, but this thing is reading into all the things and suggesting something. Okay, whatever. Now let's create it. Now how do I create it? Install to chat.greet tokens. Auth tokens will be automatically generated when you finish installing your app to your workspace. You'll use these tokens to authenticate your app. So when okay, so now I think install app and install to chat.greek, is it the same thing? Let's see. Chat.greet is the workspace. Information chat can view review app permissions. Allow the chat app to access Slack. This app was created by a member of your workspace. Review app permission information chat can view content and info about channels and conversations. Okay, and action chat can take perform actions in channels and conversation. Okay, first of all I need to know if this is the final thing. Like, can I add something after this, or like this is it? Will I be able to add a few more functions after creating app? I think we should be able to do that. Yes, you can keep adding function to your Slack app even long after it's created, and that's how. Okay, of course. मतलब कोई मतलब पीछे कोड क्यों करेगा, मतलब looking back. Are we done? install app bot user token. This is bot user token. The thing our main tutorial said select bot user token. In rest of the tutorial should refer to this token as okay. Once installed, you will get bot user access token. Note down this token will note down कर लेते हैं. Configuring Django app. This token is the passphrase for our bot to interact with the Slack team. Okay. Token access token. Let's copy it. Just in the case. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Please subscribe कर लेना. और Discord app Discord ज्वाइन कर लेना. भाई मैं थोड़ा अनश्योर हूँ तो मैं ना इसको भी कॉपी कर लूँगा. वैसे आई ओके लेट मी कॉपी इट समवेयर. कहाँ पर वेट अ सेकंड मेरी सारी चीज़ें दिख जाएगी तुमको. Okay, we can move further. Now what do we need to do? Now this is done and we are only done till minute 3. अभी तो 17 minutes बाकी है. Also note down the app credentials from basic information on the left panel. App credentials. These credentials let us talk to Slack API. So every time we send a message to Slack, we should send our client ID and client secret to identify ourselves to Slack. Similarly, app credentials means client ID and client secret. Two things. So API can identify us and differentiate. We can verify if an incoming message is sent by Slack checking if the verification token in the message is same as the one in app credentials. We can verify if an incoming message is sent by Slack checking with the got it. Like we can also verify it back. Why should the Slack app have all the fun? Okay, app credentials तो पीछे चलेगा. App credentials, basic information and app credentials. Like I'm complete noob. मेरे को नहीं पता कि इससे क्या हो सकता है तो थोड़ा प्राइवेट कर लेते हैं. This is client ID. Thorfinn, are you still there? Client secret. Okay, so two things now. Two things. सब्सक्राइब कर लेना. Okay. Let us talk to so this is all verification game. Now we should have 4 key values with us, like client ID, which I do have, client secret, which I do have, bot user token I have, and verification token मैंने नहीं लिया था, वो भी कर लेता है. Verification token And now we have all of them. We have one last step left in Slack app configuration, which is to submit our bot's REST API endpoint to Slack and get it verified. Before we verify our bot and subscribe for the events, we need to have the Django app running. Okay, like this is like the passing of the baton कि एक चीज़ हम करें उससे पहले दूसरा रनर तैयार होना चाहिए. Subscribe for the events, we need to have the Django app running. Environment setup, will be using Python 3.5 and following packages: Django REST framework, and Slack client for Python, Slack events API. Okay, will not use Conda for virtual environment and pip for package management. Okay, we will use, okay, not like, of course we are modern, we'll use Conda for virtual environment and pip. Okay, let us create new virtual environment Slack bot for a project with Python version 3.5 and activate the like up to 4 point something होगा Python का the virtual environment and activate. Okay, Conda create and Slack bot Python is equal to 3.5. Now let's install required packages. All of this packages, let's have them up in our code. आई थिंक कि मैंने ये अभी अब Django ऐप तो नहीं है ना, मतलब we do it in coding environment only, right? I have no idea. Maybe it is an app. थोड़ा लैगी चल रहा है. Cannot write in it. Okay, we are back. Python file chatbot.py, and here let's paste our packages. What else do we need? And wait a second, what is this? Like, if I copy it in my terminal, first of all I need to know what is it. This command, and what is Conda, and what does n do? As far as I remember, I think I had studied in this lecture last वाले में about वैसे भूल गया मैं. लाइक CS50 का लास्ट लेक्चर जो होता है एटसेट्रा इन पाइथन, उसमें मेरे को ये आया था कुछ तो. Looks scary until you okay. What is Conda is a tool to manage Python versions and libraries without breaking your system. Python. Think of Conda as package manager plus virtual environments plus version control used via Anaconda or Miniconda. Anaconda or Miniconda. Why Conda exists? One project needs Python 3.5, another needs 3.11, and libraries clash, so everything breaks. With Conda each project lives. मेरे को समझ में आ गया मतलब क्या हो रहा है. Like maybe in newer version of Python there is some new introduced feature which cannot work in old version of Python. So if that library goes like intermix happens, then your code will crash. So it's basically a management system. Each project lives in its own isolated environment. With Conda it lives in own isolated environment by Conda. The okay it lives in its own isolated environment, but how does it like interact with each other then? Create a new isolated environment. Slack bot means name. हाँ पता था मेरे को, मतलब ये देखा था मैंने. Name this environment Slack bot. Same thing. Inside that environment, it's not in Conda both may work, but is standard. Is very old. EOL LOL होता है, EOL नहीं होता. Okay. For as of now, let's keep this thing. और ये क्या है? सॉरी. ये सब यहाँ पे नहीं होता है. यहाँ पे तो हम इंपोर्ट करते हैं, यहाँ पे इंस्टॉल करते हैं. थोड़ा आउट ऑफ प्रैक्टिस था, सॉरी. सो इतना छोटा है क्या Django? So there is Django framework as well. Slack client. And there is Slack event API. Could not be resolved from source. Okay, there is some issue. Okay, whatever. This is not the name of the what you call. Maybe ये उसका नाम नहीं है. समझ गया मैं. Okay, we'll resolve it later. Slack bot. set up the environment. I hope this is how you do it, and it says command not found. Why my terminal says conda command not found? Conda isn't installed. Okay, to your path. Check if conda exists. Okay, मतलब basically install करना है ना. Should see something like और वो छोड़ो. Do I need to do pip install? Like important modern advice saying your pain, do not use 3.5. So in my instruction it's this way. How do you navigate? We get it. So ये बोल रहा है कि 3.5 यूज़ मत करो. Concepts stay the same. So create a bot user. Instruction says create a bot user. That's the purpose of this. You don't see bot user anywhere. भाई अब ये लेक्चर झाड़ रहा है वैसे. F4 click X2. Bro. लेक्चर मत झाड़ो. Oh, bigger picture. Now we're talking about the bigger picture. Like how do I create environment nearer to what is in tutorial. तो क्या करें? So create, and this is the tutorial, and now we say what Python version the tutorial code needs. Create a nearest equivalent, do this modern plus compatible, non-negotiable, activate it, conda activate, select path, Python version 3. You should see. Okay, ये कर लेता है 3.9. I will not see conda command again. Okay, तो क्या इसमें क्या है? No matching distribution found for conda. Okay. Okay, let's check क्या conda है कि नहीं. Cannot access, no such file or directory exist, but it's not file or directory. Not installed. So if conda is not installed, most common. Download mini conda from the official site, run the installer. Important during install initialize. Mini conda, add conda on to path. How do you do that? मेरे को नहीं पता ना, वही तो चीज़ है. During installation initialize mini conda. Yes, okay. First of all, let's download mini conda from the official mini conda anaconda. और डाउनलोड करके कहाँ डाले? वेट अ सेकेंड पासवर्ड तो मेरे को भी नहीं पता मेरा. Okay, we see the verification. uh, what what interests you? Everything. वैसे चलो चलो. Setting your workspace, no. Need to download this. Choose your download. लाइक मेरे को नहीं वैसा डाउनलोड करके कैसे डालूँगा मैं अपने गिटहब के फ्रॉम वेबसाइट. हाउ डू आई पुट इट इन माई VS Code GitHub environment? Let's connect the dots cleanly. So when you install Anaconda, you get अबे यार Conda environment manager, multiple Python versions, ability to create isolated environments. You don't put Anaconda into VS Code. VS Code simply uses whatever Python environment you tell it to use. Okay. Graphical installer, Apple Miniconda, Anaconda, command line installer is Miniconda 64-bit Silicon, Apple Silicon Oil Kyolysis, Silicon Vulcaniosis. Okay, whatever. Command line installer good. Command line installer is the right choice. So there are two possible architectures run into. Check your Mac type. Apple Silicon. या मेरा तो सिलिकॉन ही है. ओके कितना MB हो तुम? इट्स अ लॉट. 116. आई टोल्ड यू मेरे को नहीं पता कैसे तुम करते हो इसको. अबे गुशु. What is this now? Unusual line terminators detected. Unusual line terminators. वैसे इसमें कुछ तो लिखा हुआ है. Everything is written. मेरे को पता नहीं था ऐसे ऐसे होता है क्या व्हेन यू डाउनलोड समथिंग. यहाँ पे सब कुछ ऐसे. ओके, कुछ फक आउट कर दूंगा. ओके, now can I use it or I need to do something? And I'm sure I cannot use it directly. तो कैसे यूज़ कर सकता हूँ मैं? Cannot access. We'll get used to this after some time. Open terminal command plus space. Okay. Go to the folder where it downloaded. Usually it's downloads. Enter it downloads, and you should see something like. If the name is slightly different, that's okay. Run the installer page. Now read and respond to the prompts. What to wish the installer to initialize any conda type. Yes, this step is very important. Okay, run the installer. Respond to the prompts to scroll through license. Type yes when asked to accept license. Okay, देखते हैं मतलब no such file or directory exists. Go to the folder where it downloaded. Open terminal. Terminal enter. Folder where it downloaded. मैं थोड़ा ज़्यादा कंफ्यूज हूँ लाइक कि terminal of my VS Code and GitHub or com terminal. User your computer terminal first and VS Code terminal. They are not competing, they are connected. System terminal setup and environment. VS Code terminal daily work. Okay. Use your Max terminal. Check conda version, run the mini conda installer, create environments. Because VS Code's terminal is just a window into your system. So if conda isn't ready at the system level, VS Code can't magically fix it. Let's say once it is ready. What to connect it to VS Code. Assume conda is installed and your environment exists. Here's the clean. Okay, you conda activate select bot, open your Mac terminal. So you directly do that. This opens already linked. Folder where it downloaded. Okay, ls operation not permitted. लेस ऑपरेशन नॉट परमिटेड. मुझे लगता है उसको ऐसे मतलब Mac is sometimes strict about accessing and giving permissions. Okay, this Mac OS permission issue. Okay, doesn't matter. Set strict privacy rules. Open system settings. Open system. Go to privacy and security. Terminal button. Click full disk access and click the plus button. Add terminal. Okay. Privacy and security. Click full disk access. Full disk access. This is location का accessibility. Listen below to control your computer. So accessibility में ही होगा ना. Application from advanced में क्या password. Okay. Accessibility, app management, automation, developer tools, like accessibility permission. Okay, full disk access. Where is it? Privacy and security, full disk access. कहाँ पे full disk access? Focus. I can't see anything. Full disk access. ऐसे ऐसी परमिशन तो मेरे को दिख नहीं रही है. Privacy and security, full ASCII access. अच्छा भाई, सॉरी. अबे कैसे? What the fuck? What the fuck? Okay, sorry. Okay. Will not have full disk access until it's quit. You can choose to quit terminal now or do it on your own. Let it quit and reopen. Okay. Now let's log in next. Now there is. We are checking in the downloads, but download में फाइल डाउनलोड हुई थी या कहाँ पे हुई थी डाउनलोड? It was in somewhere else. Anyway, शायद इसमें तो नहीं हुई थी. और अगर तुम एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे थे तो ये क्या है बे? मैं ऐसे एक चीज़ थोड़ी देखूँगा. अच्छा तो व्हाट इज़ इट यार? यू शुड नाउ सी योर फाइल्स. तो क्या करो फाइल्स देख के? डू दिस टाइप क्विक drag the downloads folder from Finder into terminal. Press enter. Grants permission and wire drag and drop. After this works, Miniconda, once Alice works, continue with. Oh, this is so tiring. जब बिना फालतू के ही मतलब बिना फालतू के काम में it is not downloaded. Once I see all the files, what do I need to do? What do I need to do? There are a lot of files. नहीं मेरे को पता है कहाँ पे. Find the Miniconda installer. It is in. इसको मैं क्यों बता रहा हूँ? This is exactly where it is. So इसको इतना ज़्यादा कैसे पता है? So go to your home folder in terminal and run this, or simply both means the same thing. List files safely instead of ls, which macOS sometimes blocks. Try grave mini should see something like if you see it good. वैसे एक बात बताओ, ये क्या देख के क्या करूँगा? नो सच. पता तो है ही मेरे को कि क्या है वहाँ पे. Okay, I see it. Good. Run the installer now. You can type, press tab to autocomplete. अबे एक बहुत कंफ्यूज कर रहा है ये इंस्टॉलर एंड which terminal. Literally very confused. Maybe first in this terminal and then it's on your Mac system, then not on your cat. Welcome to Miniconda. Please press enter to continue. Okay, and Miniconda end user license agreement. Strict layer. क्या क्या करना है मुझे? What do I need to grant it something permission or? screen is just okay. Conda copyright. भाई यार. ओके क्या है? फिटनेस फॉर एक्सेप्ट ओके. will now be installed into this location. अभी भी इंस्टॉल होना है to confirm the way to abort the installation. ओके. स्लैक बॉट तो बहुत ही लेंदी निकला भाई. बहुत टाइम लग गया वैसे तो. कोई ना, देखते हैं. मेरे को सब में टाइम लगना ही था वैसे तो. क्या हुआ? अरे सॉरी, मैं चैट देख नहीं पाया था. हाय ब्रो, नाइस स्टफ फॉर बडिंग डेवलपर्स. वेलकम मोहम्मद साहिद. वैसे तुम लोग कुछ लिख नहीं रहे थे इसलिए मैं देख नहीं रहा था. पर कर आया था यहाँ. भाई मैं वाइव कोडिंग पर कर आया था यहाँ था तो ऐसी कोडिंग हो रही है. एआई भी प्रेशर में आ जाए. एनीवेज कीप इट अप. और वाइव कोडिंग में वाइव कोडिंग में जाओ, जल्दी रीच मिल जाएगी. अच्छा हो गया ये. डन 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 डना डन डन डना डन डन. यूज़ कैसे करें इसको? check conda is alive, open terminal and run. वैसे भाई ये कौन सा टर्मिनल, मेरा ही टर्मिनल होगा. Conda was in which, okay, proceed with initialization. You can undo this later by running conda init reverse conda configuration set auto active base false preparing transaction installation phase. Do you wish to update your shell profile to automatically initialize? This will activate conda on start up and change the command prompt when activated. कर लो, I initialized installing many conda 3. Close and reopen your command cell. Command not found conda. Let's reopen it. Conda. Now we see the version. If you see a version good, now also conda info. You should see base. Create your project environment. Base. The okay. Now activate the environment. Your prompt should now start with Slackbot. Okay, I'm a little confused. How does Conda know about Slackbot? Okay, it of course knows because Slackbot is there. पहले से है, मतलब हमने थोड़ी क्रिएट किया है, तो ऑफ कोर्स इट नोज. Conda activates Slackbot. So Conda is basically a link between Slackbot and the user, like backend. Environment name not found. Could not find Conda environment Slackbot. First of all, need to create one. Terms of service. Okay, bhai, okay, sorry. This self-service accepted. Proceed. ये क्या हो रहा है? I am unaware. What is happening? Okay, we are interacting. Conda is interacting with Slackbot. Fine. Can you explain what does it do? On what stage we are? What is the purpose? Isn't it amazing? The doer is asking to the medium, what am I doing? क्या क्या ज़माना आ गया है. Suppose what happens behind the curtain. Like we haven't built uh, anything yet, but what is it doing? This one, this thing. I'm really glad you asked this. You're on setup stage, not the building stage. Prepare the workspace. You are here. Deploy the code. Think of software work in 3. What is an environment? Your computer already has an operating system or system, Python or none. Shared libraries. If you dump everything into that. Okay, so we create an environment. An environment is a separate, isolated Python universe inside your machine. What Conda creates like bot Python did behind the scenes is Conda created a folder like this, like bot, put a fresh Python there and added a empty space for libraries. No code yet, just okay. So we just build the environment. Like, is the Slack bot just the name of the environment and not anything related to Slack bot API? Now I understand. It's just the name. Actually, I do. On the surface, your terminal prompt changes. Behind the curtain, Conda does 3 critical things: changes which Python your terminal uses, uh, system Python, base Conda Python. After activation, Slack bots Python does this by modifying an environment variable called path. Redirects where packages are installed without activation. People installs globally. This installs globally, which is not good, and with activation installs into the specific thing, the isolated environment. So Slackbot is just the name. It's just the name of the environment and it has nothing to do with the app Slackbot or API Slackbot. Also, to stay in that environment, I need to write to start with name of that environment, and can I access it through my VS Code in GitHub as well? If yes, how? Long question? Give me short answer. I'm going to tighten and confirm your understanding is you're exactly right. It's like bot just a name. Yes, 100% it is just a name. Slackbot just the environment name. It has zero connection to Slack app name or bot user or Slack API. You could app it and name it anything. Okay, like okay, whatever. What is staying in the environment? You don't stay in it forever. You enter it when you work and exit when you're done. So Conda activates Slackbot, enters you into the environment. Terminal now operates inside that environment. Got it? And then when you say Conda deactivate, it exits. Then does this environment have anything to do with like API? No, think of it like kind of. And VS Code access this environment. Yes, VS Code doesn't care where it comes from, it just needs to know which Python to use. So conda activate Slack bot. VS Code and inherits the environment. Commands F plus P Python select interpreter choose conda Slack bot, either way runs Python from that environment. Pip installs code there and code runs there. Like, I am just a little bit curious, does this VS कोड क्या वो कॉन्टैक्ट अब हमारे कंप्यूटर से आता है कि वेयर इज़ दैट एनवायरनमेंट, लाइक इज़ इट कनेक्टेड और समथिंग, otherwise how does it know that we have created an environment in GitHub itself does not run environments. Okay, then so to GitHub upload the environment you describe it inside your activated environment. What is this now? Commit. Like very tiring now. It has become very tiring. ये सिर्फ एनवायरनमेंट क्रिएट करना ही बहुत ही एनर्जी ट्रेन कर रहा है हमारी. Since now we have activated it, let's run this and see if it is working or not. Are you sure you want to open its folder, not a file, so it would open in a new tab? ये क्या हुआ? Am I right in doing this? But there are two different things happening, and one of them explains the error perfectly. You typed, I didn't type. You said. Then you ran and VS Code opened the folder. Opening the folder is fine. The process does not what conda is. So the question is not am I doing it right away? Which terminal am I in? And is conda initialized there? So automatically know about conda. So confirm which terminal you are using. Look at the prompt you showed. You are inside a project folder, likely inside VS Code's terminal, and conda is not in this cell. So what you do is VS Code completely just fully close it, open Mac OS terminal again and again and again and again. Conda version, if this works good, if activates like bot, your prompt should now look like this is proof conda is working. Open VS Code the correct way. Path to your bot. Now VS Code opens already inside the conda environment. What project are you making? Wait a second. Let me show you. So there is this GitHub repository, if you know about it, where this is the thing where you create your own Slack bot, Slack, you like your own chat bot using Slack and Django and a REST framework. There are a lot of things like we saw how to create environment using Conda. There is the Slack app which can which acts as API and lets you create bot. There are functions in Slack और है मतलब ऐसा बहुत कुछ. I'm not even halfway there. uh, let's see. आप बताओ. Folder where your project code lives. Bot folder names. I'm on libraries part. अच्छा, quite confusing sometimes. Okay. मेरे को भी बहुत टाइम नहीं हुआ ऐसी मतलब बेसिक सीखे हुए. There are a lot of libraries, right? मतलब वो सारी तो अब बाद में एक्सप्लोर करना सारी लाइब्रेरीज तो. बट फर्स्ट जो बेसिक्स है वो देख लो. और करंट लोकेशन पाथ PWD. If you see that your bot folder is bot PWD because we have this activated. Users Harsh Chawda and I see nothing. I see nothing. Okay, और कुछ नहीं दिख रहा मेरे को. Everything is working correctly. You're in clean correct state now. Let's interpret it first, then you'll tell you. Okay. Conda is active and Slack bot is visible. You are in your home directory. You are not inside a project folder yet, so nothing is. So create a folder for your bot. Enter the folder and check PWD. You should now see. Okay, now connect it to VS Code. Correct way is to from this same terminal. VS Code will open this folder as your project. But how? ये क्या मैजिकल कोड है जिससे इसको पता चल रहा है? Code does not magically send. Okay, magically word. Send the environment to VS Code. Let's start VS Code from a cell that already knows which environment is active. VS Code simply inherits that context. Okay, so VS Code from a cell that already knows which environment is active. So is it like कि at one point you know like there's only one environment in your whole system? when you run conda activates like bot behind the scenes conda modifies environment variables in the shell most important changes path this and this and this really is just a CLI launcher for Visual Studio. Got it. Now what I need to do is like create a directory. इसको यही नेम रखते हैं इस वैसे and now no नहीं ये क्या कर दिया okay now I'm in that directory. Now if I write pwd like the path, now I'll see that thing and we saw this correct. Now let's do cd dot in our code dot in our github. So you want to open, it's a folder not a file, it will open in a new tab. सब्सक्राइब कर देना वैसे टाइक हो जी इसको तो जाने दे okay we are in that environment now. Once it loads git repository was found and already did thank you but वैसे कब किया था आपने आज ही किया है ना okay we are in this directed now. अब फिर से करें इंस्टॉल सब चीज़ों को बैटरी लो है इसकी क्या लैग हो रहा है भी नहीं हो रहा चार्जिंग पे लगाता हूँ मैं रुको एक सेकंड So, where were we? We need to set up environment. So I already did set up the environment, right? Install required packages. सब कुछ पूछ ही लेता है वैसे. So in don't. Okay, I did. Of course, I did set up the environment. Now need to install. For a Slack bot, you do not need Flask unless you choose that route. Any big web framework, what you actually need right now is Vairo saying I'm good. आप बताओ. वैसे आप इतनी रात तक जगे क्यों? मैं ढूंढ रहा हूँ ऐसे स्पीसीज को जो मेरे जैसे रात तक जगते हैं. You're right to pause instead of blindly running those commands. No, for now, Django full web framework, heavy, slow to set up, and overkill for a Slack bot. So basically, we don't need it. That's what GPT is saying. People install Slack client. No, this is important. Is deprecated, replaced by Slack SDK. बहुत है. क्या दिख नहीं रहा मैसेज अब चला गया. This will cause errors or warnings. वैसे मैं इंजीनियर नहीं हूँ. मैं आपकी बात नहीं समझ सकता. Often unnecessary. What you should install. That's it. Talk to Slack API SDK. Flask, lightweight web server for events, and manage secrets safely. No DRF, no deprecated libraries. Okay. So Thorfinn जो बता रहा था तो कि this is very useful. I mean, it is useful, but lot of stuff is outdated. Lot of stuff is outdated. So what should we do? Which part should we go? Create Django application. Configure Django settings. Django की बात है यहाँ पे. So I think I'll continue with this tutorial. Slack URL verification challenge. The create bot. And doing some random stuff. अच्छा. मैं भी क्या इंजीनियर हूँ. मैं भी कुछ ना कुछ करता रहता उस टाइम पास के लिए. Let's continue with this. Let's download everything. But what did GPT say about Slack client, or like Slack client, right? Slack client will give trouble. For now, see, no, there's no serious problem, but there are trade-offs. Trade-offs तो मैं करता रहता हूँ. चलो. This environment is not needed अभी के लिए. Okay, now let's install one by one. Okay, already satisfied. Okay, I think we have already downloaded everything. Or let me check again with Slack client. Currently, I'm working on website project. Basically, a 100 days of coding challenge website that will track your progress and consistency. Can you tell me more about that? What do you mean by like progress? Track your progress and consistency. If it's like automated, then it's good. Like if you're saying that I will input what progress I made, right? Can you specify on that? Because like people can cheat. They'll say that they made a lot of efforts. If there is some incentive to stay truthful, you should add something like that. Okay, we have already done all of this. Now let's continue with it. I have created environment. I have installed all of the packages required. You will be using Python again. And that is create Django application, create a Django project, and an app in working directory. Django admin start project Slack change directly change directory Slack Django admin start Slack events. Is it like task management or work monitoring? What is it? Or if you're doing like 100 days of code challenge, you can like post your progress on online. Because it's good motivation as well, like as well as feedback loop. If you don't want to continue on it, if you put it online, people will ask कि you continue. Create Django application. Now your project folder structure should look like this. From now on, all the file path I assume Slack the project folder as root. Slack events admin.py apps.py init.py migration init.py models.py test settings.py urls.py. So do I need to create all of this? I didn't understand. मेरे को नहीं पता Django क्या करते हैं Django में. do I need to get all the .py? And can you do brief intro of Django and how to build it, some kind of you know about it. Like in tech there is a famous challenge called 100 days of code, so my website will help to track your consistency if you code daily on any platform like VS Code or Atom. Okay, but don't be too specific about 100 days, like keep it flexible. I think you'll do that, but just a suggestion. Make a streak of days, how many days you have covered. Okay, so it tracks your activity on VS Code, so it is not like you'll just enter and journal it. Great, this is the right moment to, okay. What is Django is a web framework that when it helps you build the web services servers, handles URLs, HTTP requests and response. It gives structure to big projects don't become messy. It's like what tutorial Django is used to run a web server that receives like events API request. Okay. Web server that receives like events API request. Her says undersigned two projects at same time, but failing at both of them. And you can directly share your streak by just clicking on a single button. Okay. You know what? If that streak sharing and everything is like gamified and very interactive, like people think it as cool stuff to like share online, then it will work. Like as in जैसे Spotify का भी rap है, if you can make it that cool that people by themselves like put it online, share it, then it will work. Like you have to make it more interactive and more cool. There is a lot of delay in the chat. Why? या स्ट्रीम इज लैगिंग. व्हाट द फक, स्ट्रीम कैसे लैग कर रही है बे? ये नहीं होना चाहिए था. चैट में डिले तो रहता ही है, मेरे को पता नहीं हाउ टू रिजॉल्व इट, बट जब से स्टार्ट की मैंने थोड़ा डिले तो मतलब डिले तो है ही. क्या सच में लैग कर रही है? Can you help me debug my script? Okay, I'm not sure about my help, but okay, our community can help. मतलब अगर तुम लोग हेल्प करना चाहो तो कर सकते हो, और मैं भी देखूँगा अगर आप भेजे तो. और भी लोग हैं जो मतलब हेल्प कर सकते हैं आपको. Maybe join Discord or something. There's this guy Thorfinn who can be really useful to you. I can send you my script on Discord. Okay, please do that. वैसे आई एम तो न्यूबी ओनली बट आई विल सी व्हाट कैन आई डू. Okay, and then that's it's like sends HTTP request, Django receives them, and your code response. The link is not available. You can go to description और उसमें नीचे ना नीचे होगा Discord. I know उसमें नहीं clickable है but when you go to description there is channel और उसके नीचे icon बने होंगे वहाँ पे you can click. Otherwise चैनल के अबाउट सेक्शन में यू कैन क्लिक. अगर और नहीं होता तो मैं चैट में डालता हूँ. Slack sends HTTP request and Django receives them and your code responds. Okay, big picture from commands. Django has 2 levels: project, the whole website, server, settings, configuration, and the app feature inside the project. Logic. In your tutorial, Django project is Slack events, Django app handles Slack events. Logic event is logic app feature inside that project website, server, settings and configuration. Basically everything dynamic is event, like interactive events. What you do and what you get in response is events, and that is app, that is logic. Now the commands one by one. Django admin start project Slack. What this does? कहाँ गया? यहाँ रहा. Okay, wait. मैं लिंक डालता हूँ चैट यहाँ पे. अबे यार. Wait a second. चैट डिले ना. हाँ ओके, मैं देखता हूँ क्या कर सकते हैं उसमें. ऐसा होता है कि कभी कभी कुछ चैट आती भी ना. लो लेटेंसी इन सेटिंग्स. ओके हाँ, यूट्यूब के सेटिंग्स में ना व्हेन यू गो लाइव बिफोर दैट. यू आर राइट ब्रदर. अगर आधे मिनट बाद रिप्लाई मिलता है तो इट्स नॉट इंटरैक्टिव. क्यों, क्या हो गया? So create a Django project named Slack, generates all core configuration file. So these are the file, all the configuration file. Slack is the project, right? Django project named Slack, all configuration files. You run this inside your project folder, Slack bot project. This is events. This is Slack manage.py. Okay. I'm waiting for your response, Messi or Mom Massetti. You're in the consider. After this, Django creates file for you. This just means we're entering the newly created project folder. Admin start app events. This creates a Django app named events. Start app events, change directory Slack. You are creating an project like creates a project named Slack. And then we switch to Slack, and then we Django app named events. Django admin start app events. You don't create admin.py, views.py, etc. manually. Django scaffolds everything. How? But if I don't create, then how does it know what it has to do? कैसे? Final folder structure explain simply. Slack project root command center runs around migration. Okay. Little cryptic. Slack project configuration package. Settings server global settings apps keys malware main URL router server entry point init.py क्या करता है मेरे को पता है. Events is your app. Slack logic lives here. Request handling logic. Views. Models. Database models not needed. Whatever admin.py is admin banner s.py app configuration db migration. Okay. What file actually matter to you? I'm confused कि सिर्फ नाम लिखने से हो जाता है क्या? Run server. Okay. This is where Slack given logics will go. Files you can ignore for now. They exist for future scaling, not a create.py files manually. No, never. Django creates them, writes them together, expects exact names. If you create them manually, things break. Django fits with Slack. Slack, HTTP post, Django URL, events, use.py or Python logic, Slack response. Events is an app. Your Python logic is in events dot मतलब events में है वो. Django URL is the thing, and then your response. Not writing Slack logic yet. Preparing a web server for a Slack bot. More file than needed, but fine for learning web frameworks since you choose to continue the inside your activity environment and project folder. कल करें क्या अब? क्या हो रहा है? What to do next? Concrete steps inside your activity environment and project folder. Start project Slack and change directory Slack and start app events. Explain use.py connects Slack events API once. Okay, यहाँ पे क्या क्या हो रहा है यहाँ पे after this configure Django settings. REST framework makes creating API endpoints a breeze and with built-in API views and browsable API. Let's add REST framework as a dependency in Django settings. Also, we need to add our own application events as dependency. Add the two lines mentioned below in the files. Add this line, events, REST framework. Then add installed apps. This is configuration settings. Okay, then add following configurations like with your authentication keys from Slack. Slack settings.py. Okay, client ID, client secret, verification tokens like what user token. What did we do here? Then at following configuration. What does this logic do? It's just a variable right now. Please do not check in your code into any public like it with this value saved. Ideally, this value should be exported as environment variables generated by startup scripts. ये मेरे को नहीं समझ में आया कि क्या मतलब हुआ इसका. Why not into okay, not into public repository. Like in environment variables and need by startup scripts. Startup scripts क्या है मतलब? Now start the Django development server. Once the server is started, it will print something similar to this. So, बहुत ज़्यादा है अभी तो. Okay. Is it like I'm confused कि ठीक है वैसे. Okay, ठीक है. Is it like yeah, it is tiring but stamina बनाने वाली बात है. हाँ मतलब अभी तो है क्योंकि बेसिक चीज़ें नहीं समझ में आ रही मेरे को. Do I need to the act as code, and if we haven't defined, if I haven't defined files in it, how does Django know? Yeah, agree. So देख लो इस बार तो जल्दी आ गया मतलब. ये तो मोस्टली 10-15 सेकेंड का डिले होगा. How does Django know what it is supposed to do with random names, or is it that all of these names are same in every Django app and project. ये बताओ मेरे को, डीप एक्सीलेंट क्वेश्चन है, क्या बात कर रहे हो? इज दैट मीन जस्ट फॉर ह्यूमंस? It is not documentation, it is active executable structure. In Django, folder names and file names are part of the program's logic. That tree is not a suggestion, it's a contract. It's a contract, like a social contract theory of political science में आती है. It's a contract. Alice files randomly named, absolutely not. They are conventionally named and Django is hard coded to look for them. Okay, got it. मेरे को समझ में आ गया. मैंने बोला था कि सेम ही रहेंगी फाइल के नेम फॉर एवरी Python app and everything. Convention over configuration. Instead of you telling Django what everything is, Django says, if you follow my naming rules, I'll know exactly what to do. Are these names the same in every Django project? Yes, it is. Every मैंने पढ़ी है. पॉलिटिकल से क्या बात कर रहे हो? आपने कैसे पढ़ ली? हाँ, it was a supposed like thing from Hobbes, I think. हॉब्स की थी या पता नहीं किसकी थी. ऐसे मैं अगेन क्यूरियस हो गया. मेरे को तो सोशल कॉन्ट्रैक्ट थ्योरी. Oh, it is by Hobbes. I remember. Thomas Hobbes. Thomas Alva Edison. टाइको जी, आप डिस्कॉर्ड ज्वाइन कर लेना. अब आपको तो पॉलिटिकल साइंस भी पता है. हम बातें करेंगे खूब. इफ़ यू फॉलो माई नेमिंग रूल्स आई. Okay, name the same in every Django project. They are every Django project in the word has project level files, same everywhere. Settings.py, url.py, manage.py, app level files, same everywhere. Views.py, models, admin apps and migrations. Didn't invent these names, Django did. Django also didn't invent these names. Django came up with these names. इन्वेंशन तो मतलब क्या बोला, इन्वेंट नहीं किया. Django actually understands your project behind the curtain. Let's walk through what. Okay, I will. What happens when Django? Okay, wait a second. Wait a minute. Who are you? Wait a second. In this structure or whatever, there are three. वो मेरे को समझना है स्ट्रक्चर क्या है, हाउ डज इट वर्क एंड एवरीथिंग. ओके, बट how Django actually understands your project behind the curtain. Manage.py, the entry point. When you run Python manage.py run server. Now what is run server? ये क्या है run server? जो भी है. Loads manage.py tells Django that use the setting from Slack settings.py. Which apps exist? So Slack is the app. If we remember it correctly, Slack is the app. So manage.py is the entry point, and it will tell Django that these are the settings from Slack settings.py, which is like structure में कहाँ था. हाय विल M4X, वेलकम टू स्ट्रीम बड़ी। सब्सक्राइब कर लेना और बताओ। कहाँ से आप? So here we have Slack, the app, and settings in it. Uh, Slack, the app, and manager is the entry point. Where is manager? मैनेजर कहाँ पे है? manage.py कहाँ पे? manage.py यहाँ पे नहीं है ना? events admin apps migration models use manage.py. हाँ, सो इट ओके, यहाँ पे भेजता है स्लैक पे settings.py, सेटिंग्स पे, और हमारा कोड स्पेस रुक गया है। कोड स्पेस से कुछ तो फकअप हुआ है हमारे से। configuration lists which apps exist, which URLs to load, and then settings by the brain of this thing. There is events. You are saying this folder named events is a Django app. वैसे मेरे को ये पूरा देखना पड़ेगा Django पे, मेरे को थोड़ा सा तो मतलब आई एम नॉट grasping it completely conceptually. This folder named events is a Django app of I mean events is a Django app, but क्या Slack नहीं था एप्लीकेशन? views.py and models.py. If they exist, Django loads them. If they don't, Django ignores that feature and then moves on to URLs to traffic control. Django never randomly executes code. It waits for an HTTP request, a matching URL. I thought you say something like path views.event handler. Okay, this tells Django when this URL is hit, go look inside views.py. When this URL is hit, okay, like jump enter karo URL where your code runs is not it's not a Python file that Django knows. It's special. Django imports views.py, calls the function you reference, sends the response back if nothing but. So what about files you never touch? Doesn't run it automatically, but if you define database models there, Django scans. Hey, well, M4X, hey. वैसे hey और hi एक ही चीज़ है। ina mina dega dum dum dega time agatanga. Same with जो भी है. Why this feels confusing? Lot of work implicitly. It's doing a lot of okay for our betterment. It is doing a lot of work under. You don't see imports, registrations, etc. It's all based on fixed names, fixed location, and explicit registration. Makes it like think of Django like a factory. The factory has labor rooms. Okay, this is good analogy if you want to remember it. Think of Django as like a factory, and it has like specific rooms which has defined functions which Django knows. Django it knows them. If you put the right thing in the right room, it works. If the room is empty, nothing happens. If the room is empty, then something like else happens. और फंक्शनलिटी रूम से ले जो भी हो. वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट क्लैरिफिकेशन, जेंगो डज नॉट. अबे इतना इतना लंबा क्यों लिखता है ये. प्रूव यू अंडरस्टैंड जेंगो. मेरे को नहीं प्रूव करना. Django doesn't discover behavior by reading code. Logic discovers by file names. Okay, where you are now? It makes it easy to understand. But you already know it, right? Are you computer science student? या फिर अबे मैं तो थक गया जी अब तो. Above structure and below it. I was in LLB 7 semester and then left last month. वाह क्या डायरिंग किया आपने. What was the reason? The structure in those commands are so you don't know about Python or are you learning. मैं भूल गया. Like it is मतलब commendable that you are sitting without मतलब देखना is tough thing यार. क्योंकि कुछ भी if random you see आपको नहीं पता उसके बारे में तो बोर हो जाते हो आप. अच्छा ओके. साइबर सिक्योरिटी. It's part of this everything. और कॉलेज में आया था कुछ साइबर सिक्योरिटी का लेक्चर. Now I'm doing my coding beside this learning Python. Good यार. वैसे my father is also like he's an advocate. He also tells me to do LLP. These commands are correct in the right order. Run them inside your project workspace for your Slack bot. Okay. Commanders admin start. Yes, the structure in those commands etc. Creates a Django project name Slack. This gives you server. It's like you move inside the project root, then start an app names events. This gives you मेरे जैसे इंट्रोवर्ट्स लिटिगेशन नहीं कर सकते. लिटिगेशन का वैसे मतलब क्या होता है? लिटिगेशन अच्छा, so like the practice of लड़ना ना बेसिकली कोर्ट में. Arbitration is an alternative dispute resolution mechanism where both agree. So litigation you fight and arbitration is the settlement. Oh, fight it in the court. Meet me in the court. देख लूँगा तुझे कोर्ट में मिल. Yeah. मेरे को भी लॉ में इंटरेस्ट तो है थोड़ा थोड़ा, बट इसमें ज़्यादा है मेरे को. स्टार्टअप एंड ऑल में लाइक मेरा इंटरेस्ट बड़ा है थोड़ा सा. लाइक मुझे यही करना है. I'm a little bit slow, but I'll catch up. This, okay, bro, wait a second. Wait a second. You create an application. I know what, let's just do that. I mean, I'm little confused कि कैसे होता है ये, क्योंकि मैंने देखा है कि पाइथन में तो there is indentation and all. Like this looks just like कि ये नहीं वर्क करेगा मेरे, मतलब लगता है ऐसा है. ये जैसे बना हुआ ये चित्र टाइप. There is nothing defining it as well. अच्छा, we have imported Django ना. I've installed Django. Do I need to import it as well? No, you don't manually import Django whenever to enable it. Why? Because this clears up. Okay, actually did when you ran Python install Django into your active environment like what that means code is now available to Python. CL tools like exist. Modules can be imported when needed. Yourself is not a library you call directly. It's not a library. Okay. It starts from method by through its framework hooks, not a single import. ओके, जो भी है. ये क्या है यहाँ पे? हाँ, पाई फाइल नहीं है क्या? chatbot.py. Okay, so told you this is not working. Like यही मेरे को डर था कि how can you put it like this? देखते क्या है? This in my chatbot.py there are errors. I'll join your next team also. I'm from Pakistan. अच्छा, nice to meet you, brother. और मैं क्या पूछ रहा था? ऑन पुटिंग दिस इन माई chatbot.py there are error. There are error like हाँ, there is error. Of course, because of Python indentation. Then how does it work? What's it about? Okay. That tree structure is not Python code, it's just a diagram for. Okay, तो भाई तूने पहले तो कहा it's just not a diagram for humans, it's also Python obviously throw an error because Python thinks you are writing out. Okay, we're getting an error. Okay, I know why I'm getting an error, but what is critical? This file folder structure what you pasted lives on your disk created by commands like Django admin start a project, admin start app, shown using tools like tree, not executable, never goes inside .py file. This is just a map. Okay, got it. वही तो मैं पूछ रहा था. So but when you, okay, got it, like when you do admin start project start app, ये जब करते हो, then how do you know which file is there and which file is not? जैसे कि उसने वर्क फ्लो में बताया था कि if some file or some room is empty, then it will not work. We'll get to know about it better. You don't define it earlier. Got it. अब समझ आया मेरे को. Django admin start project start app. So this is what you do. File folder structure. This on your disk. This is just a map. Python indentation lives inside Python. भाई ये मेरे को ना पता है, ठीक है, ज़्यादा बकचोदी मत करो. Looks like Python indentation because both. How Django uses that structure? Django never reads a tree diagram. It uses actual folders, actual file names, and imports from event import views from events. Events is an app, and that works because there is a banana shot. Unnecessary information. So this you do this. Django admin start project Slack. Let's run this. I need to run this. Slack conflicts with the name of an existing Python module, which is existing Python module cannot be used as a project name. So different कर देते हैं, कुछ भी लगा दो. अब ठीक ठाक लगा दो कुछ भी. But did I name my Python modules like? हाँ मतलब quit. What? Are you talking about me? मैं मतलब should I go? Okay. So, कुछ और नेम है क्या? क्या कर सकते हैं? Slacks. It slacks. It's lays. It slacks. CD slacks. And then Django and admin start app events. Is events always the same? No, events is not always the same name. Just the idea of an app like events is the same. Events actually is just the name of a Django app. When you ran a startup event, you choose the name. Events does not reserve this word. It has no special meaning by itself. You could have written anything. Everything would work the same. Okay, forgot it. ये पीछे तो क्रैप ही लिखता है, मतलब पीछे तो ज़्यादा स्पेसिफाई करने जाता है. Okay, now configure Django setting as framework makes creating API and पाँच बज गए, हमको कॉलेज भी तो जाना है. तो हमें लगता है इस जो प्रोग्रेस में मेकिंग टू लाइक स्लोली, मतलब बहुत ही taking too much time. Maybe this is the price you have to pay to do it faster in the future. configure Django settings. Why didn't you use a Python virtual environment? Okay, so uh, as much as I know, we created a separate environment using Conda. So I don't know about what is virtual environment and what it does. I'm beginner, but what Conda does is that it isolates isolates an environment, and that way mix up doesn't happen like the Python, all different Python versions and different libraries. So that's the role of Conda. If it is something different, then I don't know, but it was needed, and it was given in this, that you create an Conda environment and work into that thing. Tell me, what do you mean by virtual environment? अब क्या करना है? Framework makes creating API endpoints a breeze with building. Ah, say what I need. What sometimes you like get too much involved in some specific things that you lose the sight of whole picture. So it's like good to uh, look, like zoom out and see what we have done. Receive, okay, we want to create a Slack chatbot that can receive, okay, respond back to Slack. So user types message in Slack sends an HTTP request event. So okay, user types a message in Slack. Okay, we are not creating our own this thing. Okay, so Slack sends in, server receives it. So my bot will have something unique which, like, to reply with. So our bot will reply the user. Python code runs logic, and that logic we write, we configure it, we customize it, response goes back to Slack. That's the chatbot. See, this like explained me a lot of things. I was like, we are creating something of our own, different from Slack. Slack is just an API which is supporting us, but we're actually doing it in Slack. I suppose everything we're doing is just building the pipe for this flow. What tools we choose, where the chatbot lives, and the Django access web server that like can talk to Python plus Conda environment, clean, isolated place to run everything. Django is not the chatbot itself; it's the listener that receives Slack's messages. It's the listener. Okay, where are we right now? What we have already done: installed Python environment, Conda हमने get connected. Then my environment to VS Code, installed Django and created a Django project. तो बहुत कुछ तो किया है नहीं हमने. created a Django app and then understood the folder structure, the tree is not code, it's convention, Django, etc. etc. What are we building this up? First step is phase 1 preparation done, environment Django project Django app and folder structure understanding. There are a lot of phases in here. Make Django ready for Slack. This is the next thing. This is the next big thing. You'll register the events app. Tell Django this app exists. Make Django ready for Slack. And I register the events app. Events is the logic. And we'll tell Django this app exists and create a URL endpoint. Examples like events. This is the app URL. This is the address. Slack will send data to. Slack will send data over here. Okay. Slack will send data over here in our app, in our logic. So then we write a view function. We'll receive Slack's request, and for now it will say okay. At the end of this phase, Django can receive a request, but Slack isn't connected yet. Django is receiving, Slack is not connected because it's not a two-way connection. Like we're not replying back to Slack user. Connect Slack to Django. We'll create a Slack app. Slack app enable events API. Give Slack a public URL. Verify the endpoint. What is verifying the endpoint? Connection is live. हमने Slack ऐप बनाई, उसके बाद event API. Okay, give Slack a public URL. Got it. Via ngrok. Bot behavior, fun part. That's what I'm waiting for. Read the incoming Slack messages, decide what to do. Reply using Slack SDK. Literally, I'm going to write BSDK everywhere. When we get there, this is where it becomes. मैं पढ़ता ही रह जाता हूँ भाई. मैं एक चीज़ तो देखिए, मैं पढ़ता बहुत रह जाता हूँ. दिस इज़ माई लिमिटेशन. मैं जल्दी नहीं कर रहा, पढ़ता बहुत हूँ. ओके, कल करेंगे वैसे ये सब. हाँ, पर वैसे देर भी बहुत लग जाएगी इन कंप्लीटिंग ऑल ऑफ दिस. पूरा बनाने में तो एटलीस्ट 2-3 घंटे. लेट्स प्ले सम चेस एंड देन से टाटा बाय, सी यू, गुड बाय. Some chess. I'm fresh. ये जो ब्रह्म मुहूर्त की आदतें होती है ना, इट इज़ साइंटिफिकली प्रूवन, लाइक साइकोलॉजिकली. लाइक मैंने ये नहीं बोल रहा कि भाई कि ब्रह्म ये वो. आई एम जस्ट सेइंग कि देयर इज़ नाइट C3. There is scientific reason why your brain is active, especially in morning, because there are there are no simulation like stuff. Your like there are a lot of things in your mind. At the end of the night, you have a lot of information. In morning, you wake up fresh. Hmm. What kind of move is this? Good move it is. Good move it is. Do I need to play knight e7? Which is like very passive move. Passive move. I can also do this. He will kick me out. He will kick me out. Confusing, confusing. Check, and what does check do? मेरे को नहीं पता. If I put bishop on e6, this pawn was तो इसने मूव घटिया खेला लेकिन रिजल्ट इसको अच्छा मिल गया. Somehow I need to trade queens if possible. Did I fuck up? I don't think so. If he takes my queen, I can also. I did fuck up. I think I did fuck up, but not big time. I can. He's just one pawn up. क्या ये करूँ मैं या फिर कुछ और करूँ मैं? क्या किया जाए जिसे मेरा जिया ना तड़फड़. Okay, I don't know. I think maybe this was better. हाँ, of course यही करना चाहिए था. अब पछता है खुद क्या जब still not sure. At this point I'm playing impulsive moves. Bad. Too bad. Losing pawns. Losing pawn. Take. Losing pawn. 2 pawns up is big advantage. अबे इतना मटेरियल अप है. रिज़ाइन करो. आई डिडंट इवन रियलाइज कि इसके पास ये आ गया बिकॉज ओके ही हैड अबे क्या मिस किया मैंने. रुक टेक्स. ही विल जस्ट बी अ पॉन अप. यार क्या मिस किया. टाइम प्रेशर. if it takes, all takes. This is also not good for him. Good text. Otherwise, this is a तो आईने गलती कर ही दी obviously why would I go so pinned. but I'm proud of my tactic. Your queen captures b7. It's a free pawn. Rook d6 works and b3. b3. I don't know why b3. We have dominance on two of this square. Rook g1 is the only move, even this is advantageous for me. And queen takes is mate into. Tricky move, tricky. If this, that, then it is forced that king has to move. And I take your queen. Not like this. See you, tata, bye bye. Let's go, bye bye.